Hey everybody, welcome back to Covers and Commentary, and welcome back to another episode of Drummer Reacts, and we are back watching Drumeo videos, or just, this week, drum-specific videos. This time around, it's going to be 2 on the Drumeo channel playing Take Me Back to Eden, which is a pretty long song. I think it's like 7 minutes or something like that. So we're going to just dive right in, break it down, because Take Me Back to Eden, not Take Me to Eden, Take Me Back to Eden is a fairly simple song in comparison to some of the other stuff that I've heard him play, but there's still a lot of, elaboration and nuance and some complexity in there, so I want to see all that. So let's dive in and have a listen. Oh, and they just start us right before the drums start, I think. Yep. That's cool. Already, I want to actually point something out that I've noticed with other songs, and the only reason this is fresh in my head is because I did a drum cover for the Wednesday video that is, I tried to sort of play with something similar, but you have the guitar part that's dun 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 dun. You get that like dun dun kind of thing, and he accents that with the cymbals, where, most of the time it's like ba da 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 da, and you just use the bass drum, that da 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 kind of thing. But in his case, he's doing the bump 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 for the bass drum, but he's using that alongside the cymbals, and because he has such a wide variety of cymbals with so many different tonalities on them, you get this really interesting like da 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 da, and they have a different pitch the whole way around the kit, so he can accent the guitar with cymbals. Normally when you do like something like that, you're just accenting as close as you can on the rhythm, or not as close as you can, but like on the rhythm. But in this case, he's doing it with the cymbals as well. So here, watch. Yeah. Did he just do it? Was that a mute? That was a mute, wasn't it? Or a cymbal choke? Maybe? Or did I see things? That was a cymbal choke! Look at that! He makes it so effortless. Yeah. This is like the song that he just relaxes to play. Also, ending, instead of using like a cymbal to ring through, just emphasizing the like finish, doom, 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 with the toms. That is... Yeah, doom, doom, doom. Oh man, that's so good.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up.
Oh! Well, hold on. Frame went down. Okay. So, I want to go back here and see...
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking our brain matter.
Yeah, he's just... Okay, so 2 things. First, it looks like he's just, or sounds like rather, he's just using the hi-hat and the snare. So like, in my head, my first fill-in would be like, with the bass drum, but he's kind of implying that and just letting the cymbal, or the hi-hat in this case, and the snare, with a rim hit for the snare, he's letting that be the fill-in. Because I guess, in this case, it doesn't need to be as intense with the bass drum. But one other thing, so this is something I noticed with Chad Smith playing versus what I'm seeing now with 2 is 2 is laying the drumstick across the snares, but he's doing it with the shoulder and tip out, which is what I do, where it's, you get that, kind of boom like this, and you can hit the thing. So he's just basically taking his traditional grip and just laying it down. Chad, in his video towards the end when he was playing The Kill, he did like one of these numbers and he flipped it over, which I can understand why he would do something like that if you're like, you know, trying to get more meat on the actual rim of the snare drum. But that was, I think, one of the first times I had actually thought about that reason for doing it. Because, I mean, unless there is nothing coming up, or unless you are really good at like getting back into your grip, going to this almost feels like you're adding less forgiveness when it comes to getting back to your regular grip, especially if you're, just, holding it more traditional or more like this. If you're doing this, I could maybe see. That's still difficult. Like transitioning from this, you still have to like slide it to get it in. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. So 2 actually does it the way I do it, which is like this, and Chad does it like this, which is interesting. Not using the head, but actually using the area you're supposed to grip. But anyway, let's keep going. Oh yeah, I love that. See what he's doing with his snare stick there. There we go. So the accents use the bass drum. Oh, I clicked on something that I wasn't supposed to. There we go. Oh, now he's adding the bass in. Ooh, that bounce though. And back. He just used the tom to accent the bass drum as well. Watch that. Not yet. There. Oh my gosh, this guy's fills. He loves the cymbals, man. He is a huge fan of the paradiddle too. He mentioned that in another video, but like watching him do this. So a paradiddle, or a traditional paradiddle, is the best way to describe it is 1, 2. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4. But you're doing left, right. Or I'm sorry, if I can actually do it correctly. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, and you're going back and forth. And you can see in some of the stuff that he does, he implements that, even if it's not a full rotation of, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Like, watch when he does this fill across. He's do 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 do, and he's implementing the first half, that right, left, right, right. So do 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 do. So do 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 do. Wait, do 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 do, and then he's transitioning to a different thing. So that's a good example of or a good visual example of what he was talking about in one of the previous videos we watched, where he explained how he used that as sort of a way of leading into one of his fills. God, that's crazy. Yeah. It's like, I suck at math, but I can play drums. Drummers are basically like mathematicians when they get really into it and don't just play by feel. Oh, man. I still love those cymbals too. That's... What's that sound? Was that the cymbal? That sounded like he was clicking something. That was just the cymbal. Oh my god, the bell on that cymbal is so meaty. Ah! I'm double clicking, I'm so blown away by this. God, that cymbal. Now he's going off to dun, dun, dun. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. God. I mentioned this in another video too, and I'm going to mention it again for anybody who hasn't seen this before. I'm going to go back to this little bit when he just starts playing. But one of the reasons why I think I personally love the sound of like I love the sound of the cymbals, but I'm also just a big fan of unlathed, just dirty sounding cymbals. My main go-to for the crash ride on my kit is a Peisty Rude, which is an unlathed cymbal. But the snare drum that he has, I think this might be from like the same session, because it came out 6 days ago, but I think this is probably from the same session that we watched previously where we've seen other performances. But his snare drum is tuned with like the crack and like tension, or it sounds like that crack and tension of like a marching band snare, but it's got the depth and the sort of more resonating snares at the bottom. Like the resonance head and the snares, along with the depth of the cymbal, give it a fuller bodied sound, but yet that the head just sounds like it's tuned like a marching band snare. And so you get this really deep, dark sound around the whole kit, juxtaposed by this harsh, tight snap of the snare drum. And it's like a shock every time. It's so cool. Like, listen. Just dark cymbal. But see what I mean? Because the toms are tuned more traditionally, but the snare... Man. Oh, and he ends it without hitting the cymbal. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a traditional left, right, or right, left, depending on your lead-in style. His double bass technique, too. I'm going to point this out real quick. So, let's see if I can pause it on time. So one of the things you're taught very early on when you start learning double bass, or in my case, when you watch a bunch of videos on how to use a double bass, is that when you play, your feet aren't meant to hold the pedals down. They're meant to push the pedals down to hit and then get out of the way. Especially if you're playing fast double bass, you're just and you're getting your feet out of the way. He is so good at just like, so he's actually backwards. From what not backwards, but from what I play, he does the opposite. So normally mine is bass pedal for the main bass pedal, double bass pedal over here on the other side of the snare, and then my hi-hat. I did an entire video, which you would know if you're subscribed to the channel. No, I'm kidding. If you want to go see it, I did a video. You can check it out there where I talk about my drum kit and its setup. But I have my hi-hat on the left side, the pedal of the hi-hat on the left of my second bass drum pedal. He's got his flipped, so it's bass drum, hi-hat, bass drum for his pedal configuration. But if you look, come on, keep doing that. So there, it's kind of probably going to be hard to see, but he's got his foot over on the double bass pedal, and he's got his other foot on the main bass pedal. And then as soon as he's done hitting that bass drum, that double bass side, he gets his foot right back on the hi-hat. So he is like, his ability to just like stop, just like, whoop, nope, we're done. Like move his foot off that double bass pedal back to the hi-hat. That's still something that I struggle with, is like getting my foot off the double bass pedal when I'm done with it. He is like, just as soon as it's done, off back to the hi-hat. That is amazing, because you can actually affect the sound of the drum if you like rest your foot on the double bass pedal and you have the batter or the beater or the pedal, whatever you want to call it, resting against the drum head, because you can change the tension of the rear head, the batter head. So yeah, anyway, let's keep going. This is like, and he's so casual about it. He's so casual. That is a thin cymbal over there that he's hitting. Holy crap, look at it wobble. Hold on, that is, my God. That cymbal is so thin, it just wobbles when he hits it. This is amazing. Come on, double bass. Oh! No, he is stomping that pedal. Wow! Ooh. Look at that! Look at the movement on his feet, how quickly he gets those off that pedal. Wow. That's incredible. And for those of you who don't know what that's referred to, when you're that like blum blum blum, so he's taking and he's hitting slightly behind the other, so he's got that boom tom boom snare, so you get that blah blah blah. It's called a flam. It's a funny name, I know, but yeah, the idea is that you can get this. Let me see if I can turn in. That's the idea. So it works as a good accent when you're doing it between two drums, but normally if you're doing something on one drum, you want to do it that way, because if you hit both drumsticks on the drum at the same time, you're going to basically choke out the drum. Instead of getting this kind of sound, you get this, and it just kills the sound instantly. So it's a good thing to practice. It's a good thing to practice with both hands so that you're able to actually go like boom and then do with both hands. Because you never know if you want to maybe accent the tom hit with the snare or accent the snare hit with the tom or whatever it happens to be. Sometimes you like to accent the higher sounding tom with the lower tom, so you got a boom boom instead of doom doom kind of thing. So good thing to know. Oh, and it's a fade out. I forgot, so he's just going to keep going. How much longer are you going to go, bud? I'm impressed. All right. Just run it out and give it a nice strong finish. I like it. I like it. Man, that was good. That was really, really good. All right. Well, color me impressed. I will say,
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
well, hey, I forgot to turn off my channel subscription sound effects because I'm using my stream capture software, so that's cool. Anyway, no, I was wondering if there was going to be like some complexities that I missed. It wasn't really like there weren't really any complexities that I missed listening to it that I now see with the performance, but I will say the technique he's used is different than what I was anticipating. Granted, I don't really know what I was expecting because having seen him play, it's like he has a style, but he doesn't stick to like one kind of stereotype for each performance, which is always cool. So, you know, seeing a more simple song like this while still having all of the sort of intricacies you'd expect out of this drummer out of two is incredible. But yeah, hopefully y'all learned something from that, whether it be how to hold the drumsticks with the with the rim hit, flams, whatever. Anything you learned from this, hopefully you learned something. If you did, leave it in the comments. And of course, if you all want to go support the original video or just watch it without me talking, you can go watch the video in the link in the description. I link it down below along with the original channel. So go check both of those out. Give them the support that they deserve. They're incredible. I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for the incredible work that they do. So go check them out. If you want to see more stuff from me, like I mentioned earlier, you can go ahead and subscribe if you want to. If you liked this video, definitely make sure to leave it a like. I do videos like this every Monday and Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I have covers that come out on Wednesdays if they're ready. So that's all fun stuff ready to roll. But aside from that, thank you all so much for watching this video. And again, let me know if you all learned anything in the comments. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for being here and have a good one.